Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're in tune to Los Banos today. I'm Bruce E. Rivers, one of your hosts, and today we've got some stuff for you. We got Mr. Jerry Knoester, and Jerry is the owner of Mobile Notary Public. And that's how you get all your papers signed. I'm going to let Jerry tell a little bit about it, but we're going to introduce him. Jerry, how are you doing this morning?
Fine, thank you very much.
Good to see you. Welcome to Los Banos today.
Thank you
For coming in to be with us. And just as an early side note, if you got a business, you've got something going on in Los Banos, if you're dealing in some of the areas that we deal in, you can pick a category: local news, business, politics, crime, technology, arts and culture, and health and medicine, or theological issues. You can come right here and we'll put you on and tell everybody what you're doing in Los Banos, or like we like to call it, the Big Valley in Cali. And we have a good time here. And we got Jerry here today. Jerry, I'm so glad you decided to come by and see us today. And what we're going to do is jump right in and let you tell everybody about Mobile Notary Public.
Well, thank you very much. And thank you for having me on here on Los Banos today. So today we're going to talk about notary publics. Who are we? And what do we do? But let me give you a little bit of background of where notary publics came from and how far back we go. We've been around since ancient Egypt. Back in the days, scribes were established in the Old Kingdom, and they were the earliest known chronicles of official communication to record it in history. Personal letters, official proclamation, tax records, other documents all went through the scribe's hands.
Wow.
The Roman Empire, back in 535 AD, had a Roman slave by the name of Tiro, T-I-R-O, who many regarded him as the first Roman notary. He developed a shorthand system called Notae, N-O-T-A-E, Notae, for taking down speeches of the famed orator called Cicero. Later, witnessing stenographers became known as notarios, who prepared contracts, wills, and other important documents for a fee. And then you have the orders of the knights, if you're familiar with that term, especially when you watched Curse of Oak Island, the Order of the Knights of Templars mentioned quite often. That from 10A99 to about 1307, they created the modern system of banking and mortgages and loans. And the clergy of the order were highly educated, and they became critically important to the notaries for all Templar business, official documents, and other proclamation. Back in England in the 13th and 14th centuries, they also had notaries public, and they were appointed by the papal legate, and ordered by the order of the Archbishop of Canterbury, and many of the notaries at that time were members of the clergy. Christopher Columbus, believe it or not, he had a notary on all of his three ships, the Maria, the Pinta, and the Nina. That's so to ensure that all the treasures that they got and brought back to Spain were all accounted for. But the history goes way back further than that as well, too. I mean, coming this way here. So, but if you want to know more about the history of notaries, go to the National Notary Association website and look at the knowledge base, and it gives you a little bit more about notary history background. But for today, as being a notary public, what do we do and who are we? And so here I want to share with you what we do and who we are. When we put our notary hat on, we then perform our duties as notaries public, and then we become a public official for the state of California under that hat, under that umbrella there. We serve as trusted impartial witness. That's who we are. A trusted impartial witness to document signings. And that means we can never refuse to serve or to discriminate in our quality of service based on individuals' race or nationality, or religion, politics, sexual orientation, or status as a non-customer. As representative of the state, notaries must perform their official duties with respect and seriousness for the public service role that we play as trusted and impartial witnesses. Our jurisdiction for notary depends on each state. Here in California, my jurisdiction is all across the state of California, northern to southern California.
Wow, Jerry.
Right. And it's also, the parameters also involve the length of time we can serve as notaries. In the state of California, each notary is commissioned for a 4-year service term, and after that we can renew it for another 4 years. So that's what it's based on. In some states, 2 to 10 years, anywhere. But in the state of California, it's 4 years is our limitation there. We must also uphold the law of the appointing state of the jurisdiction for the state of California when we are performing notarial acts, official notarial acts. We cannot violate the law at anyone's request. That includes employers, clients, relatives, or family members. We cannot violate that law right there. Notaries public, we protect the consumers from fraud and identity theft. In fact, we are in such a high demand by businesses and industries and private individuals that this is interesting. There's one notary for every 72 people in the United States.
Wow, that's better than the police.
Yes. We witness and authenticate the signing of most of our important transactions, which is like mortgage, documents, powers of attorney, contracts, adoption papers, advanced medical directives, pension verification, and other dealings central to our lives and the economy. We're in high demand in a variety of business and industries like banking and finance, mental and hospitals institutions, and legal areas, in government, insurance, technology, the police, the sheriff, the inmates, and it just goes on and on. Just about every industry needs the services of a notary.
Wow.
Now I've gone to the Sandy Mush Correctional Facilities quite a bit because inmates there are needed, and so I'm there whenever I'm needed. I go down there to that. Notaries, we generally have 2 functions that we serve. We notarize documents in the back office for co-workers, employees, and our bosses. And we notarize for customers, either at your home or at a place of business. Usually I like to prefer a Starbucks that we can meet at. And then we can conduct our business there for you if you're not comfortable about me coming into your homes. And I've done it many times as well, too. Many employers value employees with notary skills to handle the documentation authentication needs and provide customers with top-notch service. And that's how I got into my business as well, too. I retired in October 2006 from civil service, Air Force civil service. And I was the HR personnel director, and in my office I had an employee that became a notary at the request of our base commander. And so when I retired in October 2006, I said, you know what, I can do this when I retire.
Wow.
So I've been doing notary since January 2007 until the present. And I just renewed my commission again for the next 4 years. So,
Jerry, let me jump in here with you. You don't realize how important this is. A lot of people know that I found out in the year 2007, I was adopted. And I actually found the original papers from my parents to my mother's second cousin. And in that paper was a notarized letter. Way back in 1955, and I think about that, and I just realized how important that really was. That was an official document that said I could legally become Bruce Edward Rivers, and it just makes you think how far, like you say, goes way back further than that with the scribes. So, Jerry, you've done this now, and like you said, I heard you say there's a demand. What's the process? How do you get started if that's what you would like to do?
to become a notary.
Yeah.
And I hope that you are considering to become a notary. First of all, you have to be a legal resident of the state of California.
Okay.
You must be at least 18 years old.
Okay.
And satisfactorily complete a 6-hour course, a state-mandated course, 6 hours for that one. You must pass a written exam. The state offers that written exam. You must pass that. You must also pass a background check. That includes live fingerprinting, a background check through the FBI, the Department of Justice, and the Department of Motor Vehicles as well too.
Okay.
Okay. You must not have any felonies. If you are, you're disqualified for that.
Mm-hmm.
And you must be, after you pass all that, you must be bonded and have also insurance as well too.
Okay.
And if you are going to perform notaries in the city, check with that city rules and regulations, because in Los Banos you must be licensed to operate a business in town. So I'm both bonded, insured, and licensed to work here in Los Banos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Jerry, I know you're valuable. You know, you're one of the greatest volunteers in our city. The many awards, working with our local chamber. That's where I met you at a number of years ago, and your service. And I watch you move around. I love you. Jerry's got the coolest stuff. He's got the embroidered jackets and with all the things on it. He's a great class act, and I'll say it like that, for what you do. And he's very serious and very conscientious about what he does. He's a great help to this community. Go ahead and finish what you were talking about there, Jerry. Give me some
Okay.
more information.
So when you become a notary, and the best thing to do then is to join an agency like the National Notary Association. They're well known throughout the United States there. And so I'm a member of that organization. I'm also assigned to a document signing services called JMT out of Fresno. And this is where I get all my assignments as well too for loan signing as well.
Make
But
it
if
work
you
for
become
you.
a member of the National Notary Association as their notary, they require, as well as JMT Document Service, they require that you also undergo through another background check too. Same process as becoming a notary for the state of California. Same thing as going through the DOJ, the FBI, and the DMV, and also fingerprinting as well too. So the same process on that. But you know, many types of people need notarization services, and many of them cannot afford a notary. The cost of a notary per signature, per notarized signature, is $15. That's the maximum we can charge according to the state of California law.
Okay.
We can charge anything from $0 to $15. Travel fee, there is no cap in the state of California for a travel fee. That depends on how much notary you want to charge. For me myself, I do not charge a traveling fee if it's done in Los Banos, in the city of Los Banos. But if I have to go outside Los Banos, then I do charge a traveling fee. Right now it's 50 cents per mile, which is lower than the GSA and the government travel regulation says.
We're familiar with that stuff, aren't we?
I think they're right now about 57 cents.
57 cents.
Yeah,
State
I
California.
do 50 cents right now too. So these type of group, the elderly, the people that are hospitalized, disabled, the homeless, the college students, they typically need notarization. And so when I come to them, I seldom charge them anything. And that's just me. You know, I don't have to do that. So that's a nice thing about different type of notaries will charge notaries fees lower, or they charge a traveling fee. I just don't do that. I always mention how much it costs for each notary. It's $15 per signature, and there's no cap on traveling fee, as I said on that too. Let's see. In addition to just being a notary public, I'm also a notary signing agent, an NSA, notary signing agent. And we're trained and we're certified to handle notarization for loan documents and real estate closing for the mortgage finance industry. We do have to go through a class on that one. We, as NSA, notary signing agents, we serve as a critical final link between the client and the bank and the borrowing company, the loan company. We are directly hired by the loan signing agency, like title companies or Republic title services like that. We're independent contractors when we become a loan signing agent for that. Now, in addition to being a loan signing agent, I also do apostille services.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what an apostille
Yeah,
service is?
that's right.
Okay. For those who don't know what an apostille is, it's a certificate of authority that needs to be authenticated. The certificate of origin needs to be authenticated, and so whether it's a life, birth, or a death or a marriage certificate, that needs to be authenticated by the issuing authority, or if it's a document that needs to be notarized, they're going to certify me as a bona fide notary public for the state of California. And if that document has to go to a foreign country that requires that document to be authenticated, I do that process. It's a lengthy, involved process, but only the state of California can sign a apostille or authenticated certificate on that one. So if you need a document to go overseas to a foreign country that requires a document to be authenticated and certified, come and see me, and then I'll also take that process for you, and I'll process it out.
You know, it's amazing, Jerry. I traveled, of course. I was on the road with Natalie Cole back in previous life, and we had to have all that stuff.
Yes.
And I carried this pack of papers with me when we went to different places outside the country, and it's amazing. You never even think about it at that level. And that's how first time I went to Canada, I had to have all these papers that had to be notarized for all the stuff I carried, 200-300-pound wardrobe cases, all that, and it all comes rushing back to me just how important you really are, and never understood it.
Yeah, we do serve an important role for the public.
Wow.
Yeah, and we make sure that the document's authentic, the signature's authentic, and not fraud.
Wow.
So we prevent also fraud too. Go ahead.
No, Jerry, well, I guess if you're there, I want to know how we, the public here in Los Banos and in the West Side, get a hold of you. How do we find you?
You can call me or text me at this number, area code 209-769-6965. That's 209-769-6965. If you can't remember that, just call the local, the Los Banos Chamber of Commerce and ask for a notary, and they'll provide you names of chamber members that are notary. Not specifically me, but we have other chamber members that are notary, and they'll give you the listing of the names, and then you decide who you would like to contact and have as a notary to serve your needs. That's one way of getting a hold of me as well too. I work along with UPS here in town, and they too have a notary service. They're great notaries in there too. So if you cannot get a hold of any notaries here in town, go see the UPS. We work together. We work together with them on that. In fact, they had just referred a client to me, and this client is coming from Southern California, a lawyer who needs a notary here in town for this coming Sunday, and they got a hold of me through the UPS. Thank you, UPS, for that. And so I'll be serving that need as well too.
Well, Jerry, what a great answer. I know my wife has used you, some of the papers we had to have. And let me say this, a conscientious, dedicated servant, not only a past civil servant, but a local civil servant, to have all your needs met if you got important documents. So you got a little history. Jerry, I know you brought some books. I want you to show the books there what you got there before you make your other statement here you're getting ready to make.
One of the things that notaries public should do is keep abreast with the latest current data and information about notary laws. And so I have with me here a 2018 California Notary Primer that helps me also if I'm stuck in a bind or I need some information I'm not sure of. I go to this primer that will help me answer some of my questions. The other one too, if I want to get in depth into knowing more about notary law and practice, then I go to this book that I have here from the National Notary Association. It's called Notary Law and Practice, Case and Materials. That will help me stay away from trouble and things like that, you know.
Yeah. You're certainly up to date on everything you need to. So Jerry, as we bring this segment to a close, what else do you want to say? What you want to give us?
Well, every quarter we have a notary meetup group in Modesto that I attend. That also keeps my skills honed, and we corroborate with different notaries from different areas, from the Bay Area, from Northern California, and from the Central California. We'll all meet there quarterly for about an hour and a half, and we discuss the latest items in notaries and how we can be better ourselves with that as well too. Also, that I used to be a commuter to the Bay Area, to Mountain View. So, and I've done notaries for commuters, so I adjust my schedule to your schedule. So I know you come home late, and if you need to have me in as a notary 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, I'm available for you. So I'm reachable and accessible.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I'm Bruce C. Rivers. This is Jerry Knoester, Mobile Notary Public, here in Los Banos. You've been watching Los Banos today, and don't forget, you want your information put out. You want to know what's happening. Los Banos today is news without the paper. We're a digital age. Come see us. Have a great day.